Hey everyone, it's Sade. Welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I am going to be doing my makeup in preparation for my 30th birthday dinner. I have about 3 hours to do my makeup and then do my hair and get dressed. It is crazy. And I cannot believe that I'm 30, guys. Like, it's even crazier saying it out loud. Like, I'm actually going to be 30? Me? Sade? Wow. All right, let's get into this video. So, at first, I did my primer, and now I am just covering my dark spots with my concealer. After in the shade Mahogany, and I'm just applying that to my dark spots, and then I'm going to blend it into my skin. I usually do this just because I like to apply my foundation really light. So I just cover my dark spots beforehand just to make sure that you don't see it after my foundation has been applied. Next, I am going to be doing my eyebrows. For my eyebrows, I am using Morphe micro brow pencil. I absolutely love these pencils. I keep them on hand all the time. I always make sure that I have these pencils nearby. They're long lasting and it's really easy to just shape the eyebrows because it's the micro brow pencil. Now, just so you guys know, if you see people walking in the background, it's my parents. They were also getting ready for the dinner. I did tell them that I was recording, but you know how it is with parents. They don't listen to us kids. So they were walking back and forth in my video, okay? And they were also talking to me too, like asking me questions. So if you see me looking away, just know I'm talking to my parents, okay? So this is me drinking my wine, just in preparation. I just needed to calm down and just get ready for this dinner. So I definitely was drinking wine and taking little sips while I was doing my makeup. Next, you're gonna see me outlining my eyebrows with the same Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer. The same shade that I use for my dark spots is the same shade I'm using to outline my eyebrows. I definitely love this concealer. It is multi-purpose. I use it for everything. It blends in with my skin tone perfectly. It's the perfect shade for me. Funny story. So I actually had a makeup appointment booked for my birthday dinner. I was confident that I was gonna get it done by somebody else, but at the last minute, I decided to do it myself. I was like, you know what? I know my face. Who knows my face better than I do? I know exactly what look I'm going for. I don't want anything too crazy. I really want it to be light. I really want it to be mature, grown. Because at first I was thinking about doing all these things on my eyes, a whole bunch of glitter and all that. And then I just changed my mind last minute. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it myself. So here I am, just hoping and praying that it comes out exactly how I wanted it to. So after I apply the concealer around my brows to shape it, now I go in and I'm just blending it into my skin, making sure that there's no like harsh lines or anything like that. I'm just making sure that I get it perfectly blended into my skin. At this point, I am going to be applying my foundation. So I have multiple foundations that I use. I kind of go back and forth between seasons. Those of you who knows what I'm talking about. Sometimes I need a lighter foundation. Sometimes I need a darker foundation. So right now I am using Makeup Forever HD Skin in the shade 4N68. I have been using this all summer and it really has been working for me. I think I might need to change it soon and get something a little darker, but for now I'm still rocking with it. I used it for my birthday dinner and I really felt like it came out great. Now for foundation, I try not to use too much. I don't like my makeup to be too cakey. I like that no makeup look, if you know what I mean. So for me, I just put on a really, really light layer. My skin is really oily too, so I feel like the more makeup I have on, the oilier I get, and then I start sweating depending on where I am and all that. And I don't have time for that. So I like my makeup to be as light as possible. I did put on a little extra because it was a special occasion or whatever, but on a regular, a little bit of foundation goes a long way for me. I actually got up, guys, because I had to go get some more wine. Don't judge me, but I am back. We're gonna sip on that wine and then we're gonna keep going. So next, I am going in with my beauty blender, and I like to do this right after I use my brush to apply my foundation because I just want to make sure that I smooth everything out. If there's any spots that I miss, I want to make sure that I really get those spots. The I find that the beauty blender gives you like a more airbrush look. If you use the brush only, it's a little bit more streaky, but with the beauty blender, I really get that airbrush look that I'm looking for. So I blend, 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 blend. I make sure I go in over and over and over again until it looks perfect to me. And I always make sure that I wet my beauty blender just a little bit, not too much. After that, I am going in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. Now, I have been using Fawn for a long time. I can probably replace Fawn with a better shade or maybe even a different concealer, but I haven't found one that works as good as Fawn does. If you guys have any recommendations of concealers that you use under your eyes or to just highlight your face in general, just let me know. Leave a little message in the comment and, give me your recommendations. But I've been using Fawn, it works for me, so I will continue to use it until I find something better. So I did one eye, I blend out that eye, and then I move on to the next eye. I used to apply all of my highlighter and then go back and blend the whole face, but I find that that doesn't work as well. The highlighter starts to get a little dry, you can say. So I like to do take it in sections. So at first I do the left eye and then I will blend it out with my beauty blender, and then I will move on to the next eye and then blend it out with my beauty blender. So that's what you're seeing me doing here. I just blend it out really, really well, make sure it works right into my skin. I want to make sure that I don't miss any spots or don't have any heavy, bright concealer still poking through. If you see me talking again, as I said earlier, I am talking to my parents, you guys. They kept talking to me. I was trying to keep the conversation to a minimum, but I can only do so much. I did not want them to think that I was ignoring them. I mean, they did understand that I was doing a video, but they had questions. As I said, we were all getting ready for my birthday dinner, so we were having conversations, we were going back and forth, just so you guys know. Next, after I do my eyes, I always do my nose bridge, and then I do the top of my lip, and then I do under my lips. This is something that I have been doing ever since I've been doing my makeup. I've always done it this way. If you guys have any better recommendations on how to do this, then feel free to let me know. This is a learning experience for both of us, for me and for you. I am showing you guys how I do my makeup, and this is how I usually do it. And then if you guys see anything that you feel like I could be doing better, please let me know. But if you find something in this video, any tips, any tricks, any products, whatever the case is, that maybe you just didn't know about, or you're learning something as well, then that's a win, because I'm hoping that you can also find something from my makeup experience and how I do my makeup. I'm hoping that you can learn something as well. I am not somebody that does my makeup really, really heavy. I do it really, really light. So if you like lighter makeup, then this is definitely the makeup tutorial for you. After I highlight everything that I wanted to highlight on my face, I go in with a setting powder. And I use the Sacha Buttercup setting powder in Buttercup. I love this shade so much. This is probably my favorite setting powder. There's no flashback, it's not too heavy, it's buildable. I absolutely love this setting powder. I don't know if I would ever change. I've tried multiple other ones. I would say at least 6 or 7 other setting powders, banana powders, you name it. But the Sacha Buttercup has just always, came as number one. It's my first love, and I always go back to it. So that's what I'm using here. As you can see, I'm putting it everywhere that I put that concealer earlier. I am just putting the Sacha Buttercup over it to set that concealer. And then for the rest of my face, I am using the Morphe Translucent Rich Bake and Set Setting Powder. I love this setting powder because it is translucent, guys. So it doesn't matter how much you put, your foundation is not going to change color. Your face is not going to look white. It is absolutely amazing. And I love the fact that they have the translucent rich, because the other translucent powders that's white does not work that good for us brown girls. The translucent rich powder is the way to go. I had to sneeze, my bad, but we're back. Now I am dusting off the Sacha Buttercup setting powder that I placed earlier over my concealer. I use a brush to do this. I have seen people use their beauty blender to do this step before. I don't really understand it. I feel like the brush works way better, but to each their own. Maybe if you haven't tried the brush before, you can try it and see if you like it. I know there's people that also does not use anything. They just let the powder set and bake and just naturally work its way into the skin. That way works too, but for me personally, I like to use the brush to just wipe off that excess. At this point in my makeup routine, I do look crazy, and I know that. I look completely white and ashy. The makeup is just bright and looks like it doesn't match, but trust me, let's trust the process, okay? Next, I went in with the Huda Beauty Banana Bread Baby Bake. I put this one under my eyes only. I don't put it on my nose, my lip, forehead, none of that stuff. This one is a little brighter and a little whiter than the Sacha Buttercup. So I just use a little bit and I just put it right under my eyes. I let it bake for a little bit while I conceal my nose bridge. So around that highlighter, I go in with my Juvia's Place Bronzed Dark Palette. I use the darker shade of the two to kind of conceal my nose bridge, as you can see. And then I go in with my beauty blender to just blend that out a little bit, make sure that everything isn't, not looking too harsh. And then after that, I go back with my blush and I wipe off the excess of that Huda Beauty banana bread powder that I just applied. I am now blending my entire face. All the powders and everything that I just used is just a little bit everywhere. It's a little harsh right now. So I go in with my beauty blender and I just try to blend everything to make sure that everything looks good. Um, and I am using that same dark shade from the Juvia's Place Bronze Dark palette to go under my chin. I have a little bit of a double chin, so I like to make sure that I just conceal that area. And then I'm gonna go over it with my forehead as well because I do have a large forehead and I want to make sure that I'm concealing my forehead. I don't want to do too much highlighting of the forehead now because I'm not trying to bring it all out. I'm just trying to make sure that I at least get to conceal it. Now I am going in with my blush. I am using the lightest shade from the Juvia's Place Bronze Dark palette. I had a little bit of orange on my brush from my last makeup. I did an orange blush. So if it looks a little bit orange, that's why. But I am using the Juvia's Place Bronze Dark palette. And then I'm going over it with some highlighter. I am using Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife. Next, I will be using the Stila Stay All Day waterproof liquid eyeliner with the micro tip to outline my eyes. And I will also be doing a little wing. That's not something I do on a regular, but today's an extra special day, so I figured I'll do something a little extra with my eyes. This eyeliner literally stays all day. I'm pretty sure if you left your makeup on for 5 days, this eyeliner would last all 5 days. This is definitely my biggest challenge when it comes to makeup removal because at the end of the night, this eyeliner does not want to go anywhere. I definitely recommend it is 10 out of 10. If you're looking for long wear and you're looking for waterproof, this is the eyeliner for you. As I was nearing the end of my makeup, I was definitely having second thoughts like, should I have actually gotten my makeup done by somebody else? I know that I have to also trust the process, but I just really wanted everything to be perfect. I know that my outfit was going to be fire. I knew that my hair was going to be fire. I wanted my outfit to also be 10 out of 10. So I was getting a little nervous, but at the end of the day, I think everything worked out. And I am going to put a clip at the end of this video so you guys can see a recap of exactly how the dinner went, what my outfit looked like, what my hair looked like, and how the makeup just pulled everything together. So here I am applying my lip combo. At first, I go in with a brown lip liner and I do like to overline my lips. I know this is personal preference. Some people don't like it. Some people like to underline their lips, but for me, it just makes your lips seem so much more full and juicier. And that's the look that I was going for. So I definitely overlined my lips with my lip liner and then I went in with my Morphe matte lipstick in the shade Virgin. I made sure that I rubbed my lips together really, really well and then I went over my lip liner again just to darken it a little bit more. I then finished my lips with a shiny gloss. I like to use my fingers in the end just to blend everything together and to just give it that seamless look. A brush just does not do it for me, and rubbing my lips together is just not enough. So it's a personal preference. I prefer to use my fingers for this last step. Next, I will be applying my lash glue directly to my lash line. For me, I just find it easier to do it this way instead of applying the lash glue to the lash strip itself. If you are a person that has a difficult time applying lashes, maybe try this method and see if this works for you. For me, I know I used to struggle with applying lash strips in the past, but I discovered this method of putting the lash glue directly to my lash line, and everything became so much more simple since then. I am able to put on my lashes in like literally 2 seconds. So if that is something that you have been struggling with, try this method. Let me know how it works out for you in the comments. Now I am finally on the last step, my setting spray. Setting spray is important for everybody, but it's especially important for me on a night like this because I need to make sure that my makeup stays put for the entire night. I need to make sure that my makeup looks good in all my pictures and my videos. And I need to make sure that my makeup stays matte because I have extremely oily skin. I stepped away for a second to grab my mini fan. I will be using my fan to help my setting spray dry a little quicker because, as you know, I am in a hurry. I still have to do my hair. I still have to get dressed, and then I still have to make my way over to the birthday dinner. I am pleased with how everything came out. What do you guys think? I was going for like a soft glam, something really, really simple, something really light. I did not apply any eyeshadow, as you can see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is there anything you would change? Is there anything you would add? Is there anything you would have taken away? I am interested to hear your feedback. So, this is the finished look. Stay tuned because I am going to give you guys a little recap of exactly how my 30th birthday dinner turned out.
Face card make me wanna spend a M. She from the 6 but she looking like a 10. Just tell me when I can take you to the end. If you ain't on coming solo you can slide with your friends. I'm a top dog. When I pull up she gon' ride it like a cop car. Got her singing on my mic like a pop star. You're the only one I'm putting on my roster. Girl you proper, I would never hide her. Everybody know that she my rider. Baby this a Rari not a Viper. If she's ever lost then I'm a guider. Used to be a sniper, now I'm tryna wife her. Shorty know she bad, ain't got a hyper. Got the water on her like she Tyler. Whatever she need, I'm gonna supply her. Cause she always getting prettier, getting finer. Bad girl, fire. Girl, you bring the heat like a lighter. And you're always getting prettier, getting finer. Richer, wiser. Body sit neat and designer. But you're always getting prettier. Always getting, you're always getting prettier. You're always getting prettier.
As you saw, the makeup turned out perfect. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.